Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I am Vishwajit. I have great passion for exploring new places. Here in USA, I have came last year and I have visited several places, and I will share my experiences with you. Here I am sharing my experience of Niagara Falls tips for 2 days and one night. We went with our family and spent a beautiful time there. Is really a odd visit, lifetime experience. Actually, it is one of the mightiest fall of the world, and you can see the beautiful views. So if you are in US, it must be in your bucket list. So here I will share some tips for Niagara Falls. You can have a look. So for Niagara Falls, I'll recommend summer season trip, which is very good for this experience. And for a budget trip, I will recommend to stay in a hotel which may be a little far from Niagara. Like we stayed in Niagara Crossing, which is almost 6 miles away from the waterfalls. And from there, you can visit to the Fort Niagara, which is near the Ontario Lake. You can get a beautiful view of Toronto skyline. You can see the fort. So that is a good experience. You can spend couple of hours there, and it will be a odd visiting place also. But our interest is of course Niagara. You can see. So I will introduce about the Niagara some facts. Like Niagara Falls is situated over Niagara River, which is flowing from the Lake Erie to Lake Ontario, and as the water is coming from the lake water, the flow rate of these waterfalls remain almost constant throughout the year. This waterfall is consist of three part actually. One is the major part is the Canadian Falls or Horseshoe Falls. Another one is the American Falls, and the smallest one is the Bridal Veil Falls. You can see in between there is a goat island. So from the American side, you can get the park type of experience, and we directly went to the Prospect Point for the view of the American Falls. So we arrived around 11 a.m. and spent 1 hour to get our first view of Niagara. It's really awesome. You can see the bluish green water is just flowing, and it's just excellent view. You can see that this is the observation deck, which can give us the best view of the falls. The other side you can see tall building, which is the Canadian side. This is the Skyline Tower. You can see the tallest tower. The other side, the Canadian side is actually best to see the waterfall, as all the falls are actually facing towards Canada, so you can get the best view from the other side. So if you have option to go to the Canadian side, that can give you the best view. But from the American side, observation disc is the best point to see the waterfalls, and you can also go for made of the mist activity, which also can give you the best view of the falls. So we spent almost 1 hour there, and we went for the lunch to a restaurant called Jaika. For Indian continent people, it is highly recommended. So you can spend you can do a buffet lunch there, and after having buffet lunch, we went to the Fort Niagara with our family friends and spent there a couple of time. We get a view of Toronto skyline, and it's really good visiting place. You can check the time because the fort used to close by 4 o'clock, and we came there late, so we cannot go inside. But you can check the time, and accordingly you can plan for this trip. After having this trip, we went to the hotel and spent some refreshing time. Then we again went back to the Niagara Falls. So you can see this is the Bridal Veil Falls, smallest one, and there is some activity going on under Bridal Veil Falls. You can see some people are going. This is the Cave of the Wind activity. This is an adventurous activity you may do if you may do, but we have not went for that because we have child. So this is the other side of the American Falls. You can see the beautiful view, the mist, the depth. It's just excellent experience. can see this is almost evening time. The lights are on. It is just illuminating the waterfalls, and this is the night time illuminated picture of video of the Niagara. You can see for the best view of night time you can go to the prospect point. This is also the best point to see the firework activity. You can check the time for firework, and you can have some dinner by the time. You can also sit in the prospect, wait for the in the prospect point, and wait for the fireworks. You can I will highly recommend to take some early position in the prospect point so that you can get the best view of the firework. So this firework is really beautiful, and it is highly recommended. Of course, this is the last activity for us, and we'll go back to the hotel again. We'll come back by tomorrow morning, and we'll just go to the Goat Island for the view of the Canadian Falls. So that is the mightiest one. Almost 90% water actually flow from that waterfall, so that can give us the best view of the waterfall. After Goat Island, we have also planned to go to the mid of the mist activity and to the observation days for the best view of the waterfalls from the American side. Those are must do. And remember that if you are going to visit in a weekend, then you must go for the mid of the mist early time, because there are otherwise you may need to face long queue for this activity. So it is highly recommended to visit the place in some weekdays if it is possible. Hello friends, this is the next day morning. It is another sunny day. We are very lucky to have a sunny day, and we went to directly to the terrapin point of Goat Island to see the Canadian Falls. You can see the beautiful view of the Canadian Fall and the rainbow. Oh, what a beautiful rainbow. It's just so strong, and you can see full half circle view of the rainbow. This is just amazing. You can see now the boat made of the mist boat is coming from the Canadian side with the red color. It is looking just awesome. You can see the depth of the Niagara Falls from here. It's really amazing to see, experience this falls from here. So it is must do. You must come to this point for the best view, and I will recommend to come in the morning, particularly to see this rainbow. So if you wish to see the rainbow, come here in the morning time and you can get the best view. So after this Goat Island activity, we will go to the mid of the mist activity, which is a must do, and for the best view of all these falls. We need to wait a long time, as we have visited this place in the weekend, so I will not recommend you to come in the weekend. If you come in the weekend, you may need to wait for a long queue. We almost stayed for 1.5 hours, so be careful, be careful about that and plan accordingly. But you can experience the beautiful view of the American Falls from here. You can see the seagulls. I will not explain anything, just enjoy the view. uh, So we are here in the middle of the Canadian Fall. You can see this place. This is just a crazy experience all around you. You can see the waterfalls and huge mist. Water is just coming like a rain. You have to be careful with your cameras and phones. Remember that, otherwise it is going to be damaged. So you just protect them. If you have waterproof phones or camera, then it's okay. So be careful about that and experience the view of the Canadian Fall. Now we are going back from the Canadian Fall, and while returning, we'll go to the observation desk for the best view of the three falls from the same point. So you must need to wait there and see the best view from the observation desk. So that will be the best activity, best position to take the picture, and it is our last activity for the day. And we will take leave now from Niagara and go to the Buffalo Niagara Airport, which is almost 30 minutes away from here, and take our flight home. So that's it. Goodbye. See you in the next trip, and I hope this tips will be helpful for you. And thanks for watching. See you soon with the experience of new tip. Bye.